Thank you for joining the live stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining the live stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for joining the live stream. Please let me know if you can hear me. I believe you can hear me. I believe you can hear me. Please let me know. But basically, few information that I want to share with us. There is this unique scholarship that I want us to talk about today. Just briefly. It's not going to be long. That's the University of Pictorial Commonwealth Scholarship. Hi, how are you? That's the University of Pictorial Commonwealth Scholarship. And it is a PhD scholarship. Yeah. Very unique. And I encourage us to apply for it. So basically, the application deadline for this scholarship is September 20th. And I will start from the most important information and start coming down. Yeah. So the application deadline is September 20th, 2025, and it is in South Africa at the University of Pretoria, and it is a PhD scholarship. And it is open to applicants from the Commonwealth countries, excluding South Africa. So we'll just go into some of the benefits. Yeah. We'll just go into some of the benefits for this scholarship. They will offer you accommodation and living cost. Like your daily living, they'll provide you expenses for that. They'll provide you your accommodation. They will take care of your tuition and fees. They will take care of your medical aid, like health insurance. Good evening from Nigeria. How are you? Pascal. Yeah, Pascal. Did I pronounce your name right? Yeah. How are you, Pascal? Thank you for joining the live stream. So they will provide you medical aid. They will provide you medical aid, provide you books and stationery, to provide you flights from your country to South Africa. And upon, like, after you have completed your studies, they will provide you flight again from South Africa to your home country, because they don't want you to stay in their country. Because of that, they'll provide those flights for you, provided for you to go and study in South Africa, and after your studies, provide flight for you to go back home. Take note of that. And when you arrive in South Africa to begin your studies, from the airport to your accommodation, they will provide you shelter for you to go to your accommodation. On arrival, they'll provide you shelter service, that is transportation. They'll provide that service for you. And after your studies, where are you from? I'm from Liberia. Yeah, Pascal, I'm from Liberia. So, and after your studies, when you are going back to your home country, they will also provide you shelter for you to go to the airport to grab your flight to go back home. Yeah. And they will also provide you visa support. That is, after, like, when you are applying for your visa, whatever expenses that you will make during your visa application, It will reimburse you your expenses during your visa application. So like they are practically taking care of all the finances, so you don't have to worry yourself. But specifically for the visa information, you will have to pre-finance it yourself, and after you have gotten your visa, then they can reimburse you whatever you spend. What is your profession? My profession is what I'm doing right now. Yeah, my profession is what I'm doing right now, exposing you to all the various places that the scholarship information are hidden so that you take advantage of it. Yeah. My profession is living on YouTube. Yeah, so can you help me get it, please? It is one thing that I keep saying on my platform. I am not education agent. Yeah, but I appreciate you joining my live. I really appreciate you joining my live. But one thing I keep saying on all of my social media platforms, I am not an education agent. I don't process admission for people. I don't. I don't take money from anybody to process admission for you. You have to do it yourself. That's why most times, usually, when I'm posting my videos, I include the link to those institutions. I make available the links that you can check it out yourself. Make sure you do your own research and meet all of the requirements. I don't want to take money from anybody. That's not my thing. If I want to help you, I do it for free, and I don't take money from you. So because I don't want to take money from anybody, I gave you the information. You do it yourself. When you do it yourself, it feels better to me to do it yourself. So I'm not education agent. However, when you are doing your admission process, if you need my support, like reviewing your admission documents, like even reviewing your CV or reviewing your motivation letter, that one I can do that for free. I can do it for free. But I am not education agent that do the entire admission process for you. I don't do that. Yeah. Yeah, so they'll give you visa support, but before they even reimburse you of whatever you spent doing your visa application, you need to provide receipt. If you don't provide receipt, then they cannot reimburse you. So whatever you are spending doing your visa application, you need to keep the receipts, and at the end of the time, you can be reimbursed. So what are some of the required documents for this Commonwealth scholarship? You should be like some of the required documents and some of the requirements of this Commonwealth scholarship. You should be from one of the Commonwealth countries, excluding South Africa. At the end of this video, we'll talk about the list of the Commonwealth countries. So you should be either from a Commonwealth countries, excluding South Africa. And you should be applying for the 2026 intake for this PhD program. Your application should focus on the 2026 intake. You should be intending to enroll during the 2026 intake. And you should have applied for admission to the University of Victoria. Most times, most of these scholarships, it comes in two ways. You either apply, like they either ask you to apply for admission directly to the university, or some of it you apply directly to the scholarship and you get automatic admission from your application of the scholarship. So these are things that you should really watch out for if they're asking you to apply for admission separate and apply for the scholarship separate. But this one, they are specifically asking you to apply for admission. So definitely when you apply for admission, then automatically you get the scholarship. That's what this is specifically. Yeah, so make sure to put in your 2026 intake application. And each applicant must have identified a potential supervisor. So when you are applying, or even before you apply, this one comes before you apply, you should have already identified a supervisor that will agree to supervise you throughout your studies. It's very important because it is within the supervisor research area or the supervisor department that the fundings are available. So if you do not have a supervisor, then practically you are not going to get funding and you are not going to get accepted because you need someone to supervise you during the course of your studies. So next to that is applicants are required to have submitted their academic qualification for evaluation to the South African Qualifications Authority. So specifically for this one, you need to evaluate, you need to submit your academic qualification, that is your transcripts, your diploma of your undergraduate and your master's program. You need to submit those documents for evaluation to the South African Qualifications Authority. You need to submit that to them to have your documents evaluated. And next to that is applicant must have completed their postgraduate master's degree at least 2 years prior to applying for admission in 2026. So this one, by 2024, yeah, is that 2024? This we're in 2025, yeah. So you should have gotten your master's degree at least by 2024. So anything less than 2024, then you are not eligible to apply. Yeah, take note of that. Yeah, so if you are a former student, a former master's student, or even current master's students, or current PhD student, or former PhD student, you are not eligible. So don't even think of applying. So who are they looking for? They are looking for incoming students, incoming PhD students. Those are the people that they are looking for. It's very important to take note of these things because sometimes you graduate from the institution and they have available resources that you can take advantage of. Again, you want to apply. In this case, it's different. So what are some of the required documents that you need to submit in applying for this Commonwealth scholarship? Some of the required documents that you need to submit is, hi Nestor, how are you? Some of the required documents that you need to submit for this Commonwealth scholarship is you need to do your application online. There is no paper-based application. And in your application portal online, you need to make reference for the 2026 intake. And the reference number or the reference code is 2026. So when you go online and you start to apply, you register and start to go through the application process, make sure to make reference of 2026. The reference number is 2026, or you use the letter T. You either use the letter T or 2026 is the reference number in the application portal of the University of Victoria. And you need to write your motivation letter. And within your motivation letter, you should indicate that you have identified a supervisor, you have spoken to a supervisor that's going to supervise you, and that person have agreed to supervise you, and that person have also confirmed that they have available funding within a department. Because if the supervisor does not confirm that they have available funding, then you are not going to get funded, because it is within the supervisor department that the fundings are available. So make sure that your supervisor confirmed to you that they have available funding and they have agreed to supervise you. And all those information should be indicated in your motivation letter, confirming that Mr. X or Ms. X have agreed to supervise me and have also confirmed that they have available funding within the department to support my research work or your research work. Yeah. And you should also outline your proposed research work. Whatever you want your research to be based on, you should outline that, not more than 1 page. So if you are someone that can write a whole bunch of papers, make sure that this outline of your proposed research, it does not exceed 1 page. because they are only asking for 1 page. Make sure you have your CV not more than 3 pages. So if you have worked with a lot of, because some of us have worked with a lot of places and we have done a lot of volunteers work and other things, so we want everything to be included on our CV. For this one, it's a no. They want you to limit your CV to just 3 pages, not more than 3 pages. So you can have 1 page, you can have 2, you can have 3, but not more than 3. Yeah, you should have your valid passport. Be able to upload copy of your valid passport on your application portal. All of your academic credentials, that is the official copy of your academic credential, your transcripts, your degrees and everything, make sure to upload it on the application portal of the University of Victoria for the Commonwealth Scholarship. You should also be able to provide and upload 2 references from your previous supervisor, either from your undergraduate program or your graduate program. Those people should be familiar with your academic performances and they should have knowledge of your work as well. Yes, so these are just the basic requirements and the basic documents that you should be submitting for the PhD scholarship at the University of Victoria, the Commonwealth scholarship at the University of Victoria. And the application deadline is September 20, 2025. Take advantage of it, and I encourage you to apply. If you need help, if you need support, we are here to do it together. Yeah, these are just the basic information that I wanted us to share on, and I hope it was useful. Take advantage of it. The Commonwealth Scholarship at the University of Victoria. Application is open until 2025. And when you're applying, make sure to make reference with the letter T or 2026. So good luck with your application. And we give it 2 minutes for any concerns or question. And we'll call it a day or we'll call it a night, wherever you are. I really want to thank you all for always joining my live stream. Yeah. If you have any questions, any concerns, let me know in a comment and we can address it together. Yeah. Let me know in the comment and we can address it together. Yeah. So if there are no questions, no concerns, then we call it an end to this live stream. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate you all so much for your time and for your comments and for your support. Thank you all. Bye.